Hey everybody, Jeffrey Scott with Meridian Biosolutions here. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for clicking on this video. I'm so excited to talk to you about something that affects our aging process in a big way, and that is senescent cells. What are senescent cells, right? Senescent cells are those cells that encounter some sort of stress and they move out of the cell cycle. They stop dividing, okay? But yet they still respirate, they still metabolize, so they're competing with adjacent cells for nutrients. They're secreting pro-inflammatory factors to bring in the immune system to help them out. And insidiously, they're also trying to convince adjacent cells to move into a senescent state. Okay, those are all negatives for our body and accelerate our cellular aging. Can this be reversed? No. In a laboratory, you can do it, but these processes are incredibly complex, and it's difficult to achieve a reversal in vivo. Okay, so, but what can we do? Is there anything we can do to get rid or manage our senescent cells? You're never going to get rid of all of them. In fact, senescence is a good thing at times. It's evolved into our cellular machinery to limit cancerous cells from propagating. For example, cells that are under intense oxidative stress or hyperinflammatory stress, it's kind of evolved to put those cells on a pathway towards elimination, but they're not always eliminated. And those are the cells that we need to be concerned about, the ones that are taking nutrients and are taking important or other signaling molecules from cells that are actually replicating and involved in tissue repair. And what does that do to us? It creates a chronic low-grade inflammatory state in a lot of our tissues. As I mentioned earlier, these cells secrete pro-inflammatory cytokines. They want to call in the immune system. They want to connect, as rightly they should. That makes sense. If they think there's a cancerous cell or a gene mutation that could be harmful, you want to get the immune system involved. So they secrete these pro-inflammatory factors, and they set up these little foci of inflammatory areas within our tissues. And the more senescent cells we have, the more inflammation we typically see. And as I mentioned earlier, a lot of those pro-inflammatory cytokines that are released also encourage adjacent cells to move in as a protective mechanism, to move into a senescent state. So we need to get rid of those. That's why I want you to take a good hard look at a product we're currently promoting called Senolytic Activator. It is loaded with antioxidants. It's all natural, 100% guaranteed, but most importantly, it's got two key senolytics in it. Senolytics mean they eliminate senescent cells. Quercetin and fisetin, two big ones. Fisetin is the most potent of the two, but they interfere with the biochemical pathways that maintain that cell in a senescent state. Okay, now, can you get these from your diet? Absolutely. Start eating a ton of strawberries, apples, things like cucumbers, rooty vegetables, some leafy vegetables, like your kales, your spinaches are going to have good concentrations. But I will say, that's fine when you're young, okay? But as we age, bioavailability is important. So you tend to need higher concentrations. If you don't want to eat 2 pounds of strawberries every day, you're just not going to get those concentrations that you need. So if you're into supplements, consider addressing your cellular health and address your senescent cells, and do that with Senolytic Activator. Our friends at Life Extension are an amazing company. They've been around for a long time. It's the broadest spectrum of really any supplements I've seen. So check them out. Click the link below and give it a try. But you gotta promise me one thing. I need 60 days. You gotta try 60 days. It took me about 40 to 45 days to start feeling different. Okay, it's going to take some time. Stick with it. You're going to feel better. I promise. Stay regenerative, my friends.